First of all, I think history problem in Bangladesh, as our Honorable Prime Minister has mentioned in various of his speeches, is that there is significant disparity, inequality between rural areas and urban areas. Not just in education sector. It applies in healthcare, in infrastructure, in environment. Every parameter of societal development we see, there is massive disparity. Now, we believe introduction of technology could be a good intervention. That is the very reason why our Honorable Prime Minister has campaigned for 2 technological interventions. One teacher, one tap program, which means tablet computers to aid the training, monitoring, supervision of primary school teachers, and having multimedia classroom, just like this, a digital platform through which students could be connected. Now, we saw before these were some of the proposals that previous governments made, but unfortunately those are the projects that didn't have the transparency and accountability we wanted. And when it comes to technological intervention, it is a combined package. It's more of the software than the hardware. And the software means the content do they generate. Whether the curriculum is fully transmitted to online system, the edtech is important. In Bangladesh, we saw some very good companies, startups coming up without any public support. For any policy to be implemented, it's also important that the public sector facilitates it. Our role will be more as a facilitator for private sector do the job to get it done. So EdTech will play an important role. The content, whether it could be cartoon, it could be photo, it could be video, it could be image, it could be documentary, it could be poems, everything, those have to be interactive. So the education system that we foresee, we envision, that's drawn upon creativity and innovation. Our students should not just memorize or cram a book, which has been the historic teaching methodology in Bangladesh, unfortunately. They should, as we've seen in these studies, should be more ingrained towards participation. An education system that will teach them how to drive those interpersonal skills, transferable skills, teamwork, working together, and learning things by doing. So our Honorable Prime Minister has instructed us, our Honorable Minister of Education, myself, and the whole team that we have in 2 education ministries, is that we need to make the education system more applied. It has to impart not only knowledge but also skills.
সময়ের সাথে সাথে দেখা দেয় নিত্য নতুন প্রয়োজন রেডি থাকতে হয় প্রতি মুহূর্ত তাই এলো ইনোভার যেন আপনি লাইফে থাকেন রেডি প্রতিদিন ইনোভার ডিজাইনড ফর নাও
And also it should ensure that the teachers and students both groom themselves through values, principles and integrity. There are some changes in curriculum as well that we are working with. To ensure that our children become global citizens, we'll be introducing 3rd language beyond Bangla and English. So it could be Japanese, it could be Korean, it could be French, it could be German, it could be Arabic, a language that has global value and also is workable in Bangladesh, for instance, for outsourcing. Now, when you go to 3rd language, we also need to have strength in our 1st and 2nd language. Of course, it means we should be strengthening teaching in both Bangla and English. There has been some problems with courses like English, maths, ICT, which means the problems need to be solved more on a teacher level. And we need to train our teachers with the right curriculum as well. Just hitting the curriculum or teaching methodology for the students in isolation will not succeed unless we are in a position to train the teachers who will actually deliver it. So a lot of resource and investment should also be made to enhance the benefit of the teachers so that the brightest graduates come in teaching, which has not been the case historically. Teaching profession should be glorified, dignified, with more priorities, and the benefits should be enhanced as well, which is also our commitment. Our Honorable Prime Minister also believes education system should go beyond books, not only in terms of teaching methodology, but also in terms of how we see it. It has to focus on extracurricular activities, co-curricular activities. For instance, BNCC, Girls Guide, Scout, those should be integrated throughout the education system. We have many programs like tree plantation. One student can plant just 1 tree. It's like 1 student, 1 tree program, which could be introduced. Many of the social programs that the government has, canal digging program, social awareness program, all these can have students as participants, as the torch bearers of our programs on the implementation level. So we don't see school as an isolated platform just to deliver teaching. Schools should be an integral form to bond communities. In any community, if we want to drive a change, whether through social awareness program, something we want our guardians to understand, then students can be the most important vehicles to transparent that, so that they transmit the knowledge that we have, the information we give to their families. We believe as a government, to make the change, the family is the most important unit of analysis. That is the very reason why we have family card for women, we have farmers card for agriculture, farming people, and we believe to make the change, to have real impact in terms of policy making and implementation, if we want to bridge that, we have to empower our children so that in return, they can transmit what we want to do through their families. That family values, that is the very reason we are talking about the principles and integrity, and student, through technological intervention, through curriculum change, through real world and practical, more teaching methodology, I think that is far more achievable. So our Honorable Prime Minister has that vision that we want to train our children as the finest citizens of Bangladesh with the right technicality, right skill set, and the knowledge required, not only for pass or fail, but to become the citizens that the country aspires them to be. And that is the reason why our Honorable Minister has been working tirelessly as per the instruction of our Honorable Prime Minister. There will be major changes, but it will not be done in a year. We are already in mid of 2026. So not all changes will be done in 2027. This is impossible if it comes to curriculum, if it comes to creating that infrastructure. So we see education as an ecosystem, and changes will be made more on an incremental basis with practical, pragmatic, and sustainable solutions. It's not wise if we go aggressively putting policies one after another. Every step that we make, it has to be solid. And that solidity comes from consensus, from data-driven, informed decision-making. And if we're going to create that ecosystem, I think the role of academics, practitioners, international stakeholders like UNICEF, that is imperative. We have the vision, but how to reach to that destination, the journey, is defined by people like yourself. Thank you very, very much. Assalamu alaikum.